Alpha 5 Kilo Tango for a recheck if there is a lull at present.
Yes, there is, sir. And Kilo, Tom, what is Tango? What is the name?
Tom, what is Tango? What is the name?
Delta India Charlie Kilo.
Roger, Dick. All right. And what was the question now?
Roger, Dick. All right. And what was the question now?
Yep. If you'll go to your local antenna poles oriented, but I wanted to give you a quick back and forth between my two inverted V's that you might see the difference in those.
All righty. I'm on my local antenna. Roger.
Okay. A dipole, is it horizontal, and which way do the legs run?
Gosh, it's hard to say. It's kind of like a V, not a heavy V, but just slight V, and it's probably running more east and west than north and south. Roger?
Okay, very good. This is my, the legs of this dipole are east and west, and right now I will switch to the inverted V running north-south. Do you see any difference on your end?
No, I'll tell you the best way to do that is that you want to catch the same wave when you do that switch. So the simplest thing is do a 10 count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, switch 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Roger?
Okay, this is the north-south. The legs run north and south of the inverted V, and I'll give you a switch here. 1, 2, 3, 4, switch. Oops, 5. I don't know if I even did what I was trying to do there. Anyway, well, I'd have to do that again. We're probably holding somebody up here, Jim. Go ahead.
No, I'm getting ready to sign off, but I'm interested in your experiment. So, we're talking a sideband here, so you don't really have to back off the key or anything. Just, if you're not speaking, you're not transmitting, so you can make an antenna switch hot without having to deliberately unkey and all that stuff. So just leave your radio keyed, go 1, 2, 3, 4, switch 5, 6, 7, 8, like that. Roger.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, switch 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
All right, I had your volume set for 0 level, and there was no change on your switch. Now, the thing is, why don't you switch as I'm talking and see if you have a receive difference? I bet you don't. Audio, and you can switch back and forth in my audio and see if you can hear a difference in my level. Audio, okay.
Not noticeable, Jim. Nothing noticeable, and so that's okay. At other times, if I find somebody that is directly in line with the ends, and depending on the polarization characteristics of their antenna, sometimes it's a substantial difference, and oftentimes it's nothing. What I do find is more often is on receive between let's see, how do I say this? By using diversity and changing the relationship, I'm talking over my head, Jim, but you do that. Anyway, one of the things I can do is take out a lot of noise by, I've got one of those it's a phasing control, and on reception, oftentimes I can null out quite a bit of noise, Jim.
Yes, sir. Now I can move my receive point and pull in my Pennsylvania SDR. Why don't we do a test on my Pennsylvania SDR? Again, it's that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 switch 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. And I'll copy the mail on Pennsylvania and see if you make a difference up in PA.
Mail on Pennsylvania and see if you make a difference up in PA.
Okay, very good. This is north-south inverted V. 1, 2, 3, 4, switch, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, I didn't notice much. Let's do another one. I've got, let's see, I've got a Georgia PA SDR. Let me come back just for a minute. Let me see if I got a copy on you down in Georgia.
Let me come back just for a minute. Let me see if I got a copy on you down in Georgia.
I don't have a very good copy, but let's try our test and see what you think. Go ahead with your test. I'm monitoring down in Georgia.
Go ahead with your test. I'm monitoring down in Georgia.
Okay, this is the east-west inverted V. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, are you switching on 4 or 5?
Okay, are you switching on 4 or 5?
Well, let's see. I'll leave the number itself out, that will count it as 5 when I say switch equals 5. So now this is the north-south inverted V. 1, 2, 3, 4, switch. I'm using up here. I start pushing my mic button instead of my antenna button.
It's so easy to get confused.
It's so easy to get anything there on the side that we're holding up, Jim.
Yeah, Roger. I went back to my Kentucky SDR. Anyway, that was some interesting experiments. It didn't have quite as much shift as I would have thought if those antennas are running 90 degrees to each other, Roger.
Antennas are running 90 degrees to each other, Roger.
Yeah, well, factor this in. It's not really factorable, but I keep screwing up and clicking the wrong thing and letting off my mic instead of switching my antenna. Okay, I'll try it one more time. Well, you're on the Kentucky now, so I don't want to be holding people up. I had my nickels worth earlier, Jim.
I can go right back to Georgia, and let's do that test one more time. Switch at 5, or switch between 5 and 6.
One more time. Switch at 5, switch between 5 and 6.
Okay, I'll switch between 5 and 6. It's DICK-KA5KKT, north-south, inverted V. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Roger, that last antenna might be a dB hotter. It faded out a little bit, and then it faded back in, and we already faded in before you switched, and after you switched, you looked to be about a dB hotter on your last antenna on the Georgia SDR, Roger?
Antenna on the Georgia SDR, Roger?
Yeah. Well, let's see. You know where Lexington is. Do you have a receiver that would fall more or less on the north-south line from Lexington?
Repeat that again now. I'm trying to follow you.
Repeat that again now. I'm trying to follow you.
Okay, Lexington, approximately 75, 80 miles east of you, do you have one of your SDR receivers that would be on a line, a fairly strict line, either east-west or north-south, but on those quadrants from Lexington?
Oh gosh, I'm not really sure because I'm stupid. No, I can't visualize all these SDRs in my Hocus Pocus receiver. They're by state, and I'm not really sure, if it would be directly in line east to west or north and south. I would think maybe Georgia would be somewhat in line as far as north and south, Roger, but not that's quite a bit of distance from Lexington down to Atlanta, Roger.
Down to Atlanta, Roger.
Yeah, is that where the receiver is Atlanta?
Yeah, the Georgia receiver's in Atlanta.
Yeah, the Georgia receiver's in Atlanta.
Okay, very good. Well, I'll take it up more than is necessary of your valuable time, and certainly keep up the good service to the community.
Yeah, Roger, Dick. Now, you might consider using one of the SDRs and conducting some of those tests yourself. That's what I do many times. And I use, maybe I'll go off 1KC off the actual frequency that I'm doing, that I've got tuned up on an SDR. And, of course, you would need two of them, so I don't know. But anyway, when you're 1KC off the frequency, when you hit transmit, it creates a 1KC tone, and then if you have a meter connected to the audio output of your receiver, it'll show that tone as a signal strength, and as a signal strength is greater or lesser will be the amplitude strength of that reading on the meter. Roger.
Of that reading on the meter. Roger.
Yeah, Roger. I think I can hot switch this antenna, but we'll not go there right now, but maybe an experiment for another time.
Yes, sir. I would think, the thing would be that maybe you might put a vertical in there. If you really wanted to check some difference, you wouldn't use that vertical very often, but sometimes a vertical antenna really makes a big difference if the signal coming in happens to be vertically polarized, Roger.
Signal coming in happens to be vertically polarized, Roger.
Yes, and that's the basis of what I'm doing here, but just not with the vertical high. That's okay. But again, these favor vertical polarization off the ends and horizontal off of the flat side. So that's what we're looking at. It's anyway, that's what I'm trying to determine.
Yes, sir. Now, I've been moving around here, and I've got that chevron on the right-hand side that tells me and you where I am listening from. It lists the stuff, and it has a little light that runs up and down and shows you where I'm listening from. And you really do have a nice curve on your audio system. When I went to my local antenna, which is running a 7300 in the non-filtered format, it's as wide as I can get it normally. And as normal, just a beautiful audio signal on the 7300 on my local antenna. Roger?
Yeah, okay. I appreciate you're puzzling over the bearings in there of your various receivers. I have to go through all these gyrations in my head based on my lot is 45 degrees off of north, south, east, west. And it's precisely 45 degrees off. And then the legs are not 45 degrees off. The forelegs, north, south, east, west. And then to further complicate things, in my shack, the way I'm set up here, is I'm 45 degrees off to my house. So anyway, I have to go through these gyrations in my head as well.
Ah, yes, sir. Well, you know, I'm the king of gyrations. I've gyrated so much, I'm bananas. I got to get out of here, Jim. Let me say 73 to you, sir. Roger, roger.
Yeah, Jim, appreciate your efforts today, and again, your overall efforts for the community. 7-3.
Right. Roger, roger. And I'm sure you'll have your recording on YouTube. When you get there to see it. 73, sir. And without further ado, we got to get out of here. So if you participated and would like to hear your recording, if you go to YouTube, do that call to search KC9VKV followed by the word logbook. That will take you to this recording, and this will be cut number 1 in a series of 2800. I'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow. So 73 all, and we return this frequency back to normal amateur radio use. KC9VKV is clear.